Hey YouTubers, it's me, Virginia Ann, 1975. Seems like I pop up once a year lately. I made some notes and they're on my iPad, so I'll be looking down from time to time. Boy, YouTube sure changes really quick. All right, last time I posted, it was March of last year. And during that time, I was feeling really good. And my daughter, her husband, and 2 teenage kids were living with me. Then in April, we ordered a pool because I'm a fish, and it doesn't get really hot here at night in the summertime. And your pool will pretty much maintain the temperature of the ground. So because of the illness I have, it was just always too cold. Any pool I went into was too cold. So we got an above ground pool. It's not very big. It's 18 feet and the water comes up to right here to me, and it doesn't need to be that deep because I'm not that tall. So that was April, the month before. And when we set it up, or the month after March, I know how to do my calendars. Anyhow, we had to rake rock and put down a liner, and it was a lot of work. And then my calcium crashed really bad, and my new parathyroid hormone was no longer working the way it was. And April, I wasn't feeling good. April, May, and June, my daughter got her own place, and her and the kids moved out. So now I'm alone, and I'm trying to recover and feel better. And they raised my dosage from 50 to 75. And I was just starting to feel a little bit better when my mother-in-law had her second leg amputated. And so last April, we flew to Texas, and we brought my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law here to live with us. So it was hard, very hard, taking care of a double amputee. I was a 24-hour caregiver. We had junk brought back in the house. It was hard. It was really hard. During that time, the holidays came. Life got really harder with them here, and kind of depressing. So it was hard. That's all I can say is it was hard. So we just recently went to San Diego the week after Easter. And we stay with my son, and dropped them off at her cousin's house. But when we came back to pick them up, all of this is in San Diego. When we came back to pick them up, they had decided to stay, and they also decided that they're going to move back to Texas. So right now we're in the process of packing up all their stuff. Her daughter from Texas is going to come and pick up their stuff, and it'll just be my husband and I again. And we have made a promise that no one's moving in with us anymore, because it just messes us up. It's hard. I'm 61 now, 11 years out of my gastric bypass, and I've had a 15-pound regain during this past year. And it is time just to get back to basics. And learning how to live alone with my husband and to do the things that I love to do. And one of those things was always making videos, and I haven't been able to be really consistent with it because I always have some kind of outside interference. And I know to build a channel and to help with the weight loss surgery community, I need to be more consistent. So I'm not even making any promises. No promises. But the funny thing is that we started back on our Back to Basics routine last Wednesday. And here's what's really weird about Wednesday. Ever since I started this whole journey, my weigh-ins have been on Wednesday. And then this past Wednesday, when we started going full force on it, I looked at my husband and I said, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. This is so weird. So I'm going to take that as a positive thing. My weight this past Wednesday, today's Saturday, was 155, which means I've gained 15 pounds and I don't like it. One of the things that I had to give up when my mother-in-law moved in here was my big sewing studio. And hopefully in the next few weeks, we're going to get all that back together so I can get back into doing some quilting and bag making. And, you know, the more busy you are, instead of just sitting around idle and you get bored and you do this mindless eating, is when you don't succeed at this. So when we first started and I first met the YouTube community, I was all the way back in 2008, 2007, and I have used a Body Bug, I've used the Fitbit, and most recently, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to stay this way for a long time, is an Apple Watch. I love my Apple Watch. My son gave me a 42-inch Christmas before last, 42 millimeter Christmas before last. And then of course that brought me close to the March date when I did the last video, and I was talking about getting fit with the Apple Watch. Well, that bombed. It took way more time and energy and effort than I had to give because I wasn't feeling good. So I had to pass on that. Since then, I got a Series 3 and I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And here recently, my granddaughter really wanted an Apple Watch, so I upgraded to the 4 and I gave her my 3 as a gift. I'm pretty sure I will be upgrading to the 5 when it comes out in September. I'm pretty happy with the 4 and it's just perfect. But I'm a gadget girl and I like using all the available tools that I have. In my last videos, I started doing some cooking in the kitchen with Virginia videos again. And I had started using Yazio. I really like it. It's basic, it's simple, it's to the point. It tells you, you know, how many calories you can have, yeah, the basic stuff. My Fitness Pal has never been a real favorite of mine because there's too much ads, even in the premium. You know, you got this little information on the top of it, and then they're just pictures and recipes and stuff, and I just needed something a little more basic, and it works with my Apple Watch, and I have the info face chosen here as my watch face, and it'll tell me how many calories I've eaten. So throughout the day, I add what I'm eating, and it's just a great tool. I also have scales, and I had the Fitbit Aria when I had the Fitbit, and I gave that to my daughter. And then I bought these other scales. They're not expensive anymore, and I'll put the link in the Amazon where I ordered it from. And it gives you your BMR, bone density, you know, all that kind of stuff, all that information. And I'm such a numbers girl that I like to use as many tools as I have on hand to help me with my weight loss. So as of last night, I checked my urine for ketosis, and I'm in ketosis. I'm like, yeah, 3 days. It just took 3 days to get me there. So I'm back on track. I bought a boxing video that, or not video, for the We Switch, and I like it. I don't like it as much as the boxing one in the Wii U, but I'm using it. And I also have a Gazelle that I use frequently. It's right here in the living room. And then I also have a treadmill. And this equipment is so inexpensive, you can't even believe it. We got the treadmill for $40. It's nothing fancy smancy, but it's here in the house and it's available to me to get my exercise ring closed, just to make myself feel a little bit better. When my mother-in-law moved in and the particular dose that I was on, the Natpara, wasn't keeping up with me anymore, they switched me up to the highest dose that I could possibly take. And it has helped a lot with my hypoparathyroidism. My calcium's still a little low, but now that they're out, I haven't had to reach for calcium very often this week. So I'm hoping that I can get back into a comfortable routine, doing my own thing, enjoying my life, and making videos again. So I'm not going to promise that I'm going to do this weigh-in every Wednesday or in the kitchen with Virginia videos, although I want to so badly. But if you subscribe, ring the little bell, you'll get notifications when I do update. Subscribe, like the video, and ring the bell, and you'll get notifications whenever I do this. I saw that Allison Pancino, I'm probably messing up her name, but she's gotten back to making videos again, and it'd be really neat if other weight loss surgery people from 2008, 2009 threw in a video every now and then so we could just see their progress. I've seen quite a few people that are struggling that I'm still friends with on Facebook, and it would be so nice to reach out to the community and help us get back to, our goal weights again, or real close to it. So anyhow, I'm gonna close this out now and keep an eye out because I'm gonna try really hard to get back to this. All right. Bye guys.